Hi guys, it's Jennifer here. I've had a lot of requests on my eyeshadow about people liking it and wanting me to do a tutorial, so I've decided to do one. We shall see how this turns out. I'm definitely not a YouTube professional. This is actually going to be my first YouTube tutorial, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to use this palette. It's the CoverGirl True Naked Chocoholic. You can get it at Walmart. This is one of my favorite ones. Actually, I get most of my eyeshadow at Walmart. You can get them, I mean, you can use whatever eyeshadow you like, but I mean, my main thing is, like, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on eyeshadow or your other makeup. I mean, really, you can get whatever you want. I've tried to follow along with other YouTube videos on how to do eyeshadow, and it got so complicated and just confused me, and it didn't look anything like what they did. So mine's a little bit easier to do. I'm hoping it's easier step-by-step so you can follow it along. So first, I'm going to take the brown right here, this brown, and that's going to be my first one. This is the brush that I use. It's just a basic eyeshadow brush. I mean, nothing special, just a brush. But we're going to fill in the bottom layer here. I'm trying to get to where you can see it in the camera, but I'm also trying to see it in my mirror too. This is very difficult to do. I don't really know how people, all the YouTube professionals, do it. I guess I need to Google that and find out. But we'll see how this one goes first, and then if this one is liked, then I might do some more videos. We'll see. So I just fill in this bottom one, and then a lot of people call this the tape method, but I've been doing it so long I don't have to use the tape. So I use a brush that's like angled. You can use tape and stick it right here, that way you don't get over, or you can just use one of these brushes and just put the eyeshadow exactly where you want it. Once you do it a few times, you don't really need the tape. I mean, you'll get used to doing it. I've done my eyeshadow like this for many years. I probably need a new look, but like I said, I've tried to do new looks and I can't figure out how they do it. It's very confusing. So I'm just going to show you how I do mine. Okay, that side's done. I kind of just wipe up, make sure there's not any excess out. But that's the first step. So then I'm going to move over to the second eye and do that side. I'm basically just doing it the same way. You can go with a lighter shade here. I mean, I just like, you know, the dark one. You can pretty much use whatever shade you want. Just make sure you start with your darkest color on bottom, and then we'll work our way up to a lighter shade, and I'll show you that. And here we go. I switch to the angle brush to get the side. And I just angle it around. I do not put it on the very tip of my eyelids, and you'll see why once I get further in. Okay, so I'm just kind of look and see if they're even on each side, and it looks pretty even actually. If you need to go up a little bit more on one side, you can. Once you get done, it's really not going to matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure it's all filled in. Okay, now we're going to go with our second color. I use, let's see, this brown a lot for everyday look. I use this one for an everyday look. I use this one for an everyday look. And usually if I'm going out, like, I don't know, to go do something, like special dinner or date or something, I use this dark glittery one. Just kind of gives it a more fun vibe. So today, we'll go with, let's see, this one right here. And again, I'm just using a flat brush. You can use any brand brushes. That part doesn't matter either. I have more expensive brushes, but I just use whatever works best for me. And you do the same. You don't have to spend a lot of money on makeup. That's where a lot of people think that you have to, and you really don't. Like, all these YouTube videos that I watch, you know, they're using MAC makeup and all these expensive brands, and I'm like, well, I don't have that kind of makeup, and I don't want to spend the kind of money that they're spending on the makeup either. So I just go get different eyeshadow palettes, and it works the same. And once it's all on, you literally couldn't tell if I was wearing CoverGirl or one of the most expensive brands. So, I mean, I've never used MAC, so I don't know. It may be great. It may, I don't know. Never used it. I do have some more expensive eyeshadow palettes that I've gotten in my Ipsy bags, but I don't know. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. Mainly I stick with these. Okay, so now that I've put my second color on, all you're doing is framing the darker color and just kind of bringing it up a little bit. I'm going to take my blending brush. It's just a little, I just blend this top line right here. I don't blend the darker brown. I mean, I guess you can if you want to, but I don't. I'm just showing you the way I do my eyeshadow. Everybody has their own way. I'm just trying to show you a way that's maybe a little bit easier that you can follow along with. Okay, so you can see that's blended in. Just, you know, keep blending until you feel like you've reached the desired effect. It's just to basically get rid of the harsh line, because I'm going to add another color on the top. So I was using, in the same palette, I can do my entire eyeshadow in the same palette. You know, a lot of these videos you see people switching from palette to palette to palette. You don't really need to do that. I was using this cream colored one, but as you can see, it's pretty much gone. I mean, I've used it all. So I just went and found this one. It's at Walmart again. I think it's Wet. Yeah, it's Wet n Wild. It's probably $1, but it matches the color that's in my CoverGirl one. So I just take it with another brush. This one is a little bit thicker. It actually says for shader. I really just got this one because it was pretty. It came in a set at Walmart. There's more. Like, it came with, you know, all these other little brushes, and to be honest, I don't even use any of these. I have a lot of brushes that I don't use. Once you find the ones that you like, you kind of stick with those, you know. So I just fill in the top here. Just, you know, put a little bit at a time and blend it around until it's all filled in. I bring it right up to the blended part, as you can see, and then once we get that on, I take my blender brush again and go back through just to kind of blend it nicely together. Okay, so now we just have one more step and we're done. It's pretty easy. I left the lid of my eyes open until the end, and then I used the exact same color that I used for the top down at the bottom. This kind of makes your eyes look a little bigger and opens them up. Makes them kind of like look brighter. I do that on both sides. And you just kind of look at it. You can tell by looking at it if you need a little bit more, a little bit less, but that looks good. So then I take my angled brush again, the one that I used for my darkest brown. I just angle that again. And if you want to, you can go right up like that. Sometimes I use my blending sponge to go up. And that's it. Eyeshadow is done. It's that simple. Once you get used to it, it's very easy to do and it's very quick to do. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please leave me a comment. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. If you like the video, please press like and maybe even subscribe to my channel. And I'll post more videos if you'd like, because I can do my whole face, I can do eyebrows, I can show you everything. Just let me know. Thanks for watching. Okay, I just wanted to show you the final look of when all of my makeup's done. I haven't actually fixed my hair yet, but since I'm working from home today, I'll probably just put it up in a bun. But here's the final look with everything done.